Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 20s podcast. This is a podcast for the girls in their 20s who are seeking a life lived to the fullest. And I'm Olivia.
And I'm Meg.
And we're so happy you're here.
I was thrown off for a second because you said Olivia.
Yeah, that was weird.
And I was about to say Megan. And then I was like, wait, what do I say?
My name is Olivia, and this is Megan.
And I'm Megan.
My name is Olivia Lee, and this is Megan Michelle.
Welcome to our podcast.
We're so happy you're here. This is going to be an episode that we're going to be talking about girls.
Girls' night.
Girls' night with the girls.
Do.
This is a rhythm and routine that has become such a foundational and important thing in our life. And we decided to do something a little bit different this week. And we decided to vlog our most recent girls' night, which was just a few days ago on a Thursday night. So we literally vlogged our entire girls' night so that you guys can come along with us and see what we are up to here in La Crosse, Wisconsin on our girls' night. And our hope is to talk about the importance of girls' night today so that you guys are inspired to go and create a girls' night for yourself, because we think that this is a foundational rhythm and routine so that your life feels deeply fulfilling and lived out to the fullest.
That's good. That was really good.
Oh, thanks.
I'm excited because you guys will get to see or listen to the podcast, but then on our YouTube channel where we put our podcast, it'll also be the girls' night vlog for
Girls'
your
night
entertainment.
vlog, which I'll be honest, our girls' night this last Thursday was one of our better girls' nights. So I don't want you to be thinking that we have these super awesome girls' nights every single girls' night. Because girls' night has range, okay? It can be something as simple as just all gathering together and laying on the floor in someone's house and eating a little snacky. Or it can be an awesome, really exciting girls' night like our Thursday.
It's true.
So, one thing that we have talked about before, but I think we could go into just more details, is that in order for us as human beings to feel deeply fulfilled, we must be living within the Lord's design for us human beings. And one of the things that he has designed for us is to be in community with other people. And specifically, he has created, obviously, relationships. He's created marriage, he's created family relationship. But he also has created friendship and talks a lot about friendship in the Bible, actually quite a lot. And I think what it means to have a healthy, rich friendships in our life is so vital to our happiness and fulfillment and joy. And it's really important. And it's important to have even multiple friendships because everybody brings something beautiful and unique to the table. And so I think a lot of people know that we need to be in a relationship, but I think what's harder, Meg, is finding people that want to be in a healthy, rich relationship with you. And so I don't want to be sitting here just talking about how to have a good girls' night when we first need to figure out how the heck do we even start a girls' night? And how do we make freaking friends?
Yeah.
How do we, because that's the thing that's plaguing our generation. And so many people we don't know how to connect.
No, it's true.
And we've struggled before.
Yeah.
What do we do?
It can be twofold it can be hard to make friends, and then you can't even have girls' night or hang out with friends if you don't have friends. But some people also are on the other side of things where they have friends, they have people, but they still don't feel connected and feel completely alone, where you can still be with people all the time and feel this like void or lack of connection. And so I think we want to hit on both of those things
There's
today.
hurdles, ladies, that we have to hurdle over.
Yes.
Let's talk about the hurdles.
Yeah.
Okay, what if you were a girly bop who lived in a super small city that didn't have a ton of people in it, but you're wanting to make friends? What would you do?
I think 3 things come to mind right away.
Wow, that was awesome.
And these are a little bold and might be hard, But that is also one of the hurdles, is it is hard to make friends and it is hard to put yourself out there, but it is the requirement to making friends. You have to do these hard things if you want to find a friend.
Hard thing number one.
Honestly, I think one of the best places to find friends is a local church.
Boom, go to church, queens.
I feel like people there usually are desiring to be connected.
What if there's not young people at the church?
If there's not young people at the church, thought number 2, find the cute coffee shops or restaurants or things like that. Go for walks. And this one will take even more courage because you're going to have to introduce yourself to a stranger.
Ooh, that sounds so scary though. We don't even live in 1980 anymore, Meg.
I know.
We live in 2025, which means we don't talk to anybody when we're on our morning walks or at the grocery store. That's terrifying.
Yep, I would agree. I hate it so much. I actually do. It's hard. But
why is it hard?
I think there's a difference. Like, some people are just naturally more extroverted versus introverted, so there is that element to it.
Natural wiring.
But some natural wiring, some natural practice and stuff. But I think it's something anybody is capable of. You do just have to practice doing it.
That's so good.
And so I know for me, it does not come easy to me, and it is a big hurdle if I'm waiting in line or pass someone in the grocery store or something to even say hello or acknowledge them or make a comment of oh my goodness, it's a beautiful day, or have a good morning walk, or little things like that. But it's something I'm trying to discipline myself to actually engage with those around me, because sometimes it does open the door to beautiful conversations or to connections or to friendship, and it just isn't possible unless you take that first step of talking to somebody.
Meg, that's so good. For instance, I'm not super great at numbers, but does that give me an excuse to not have a budget?
No.
It doesn't give me an excuse. Wait, so I can't just ignore numbers because I'm not good at numbers?
Unfortunately not.
That sucks. And that's how it's going to feel for you if you're not extroverted or if that doesn't come easy to you. It sucks, and it's going to feel like you're dying every time you do it.
It will.
It will feel like a piece of you passes away slightly. But that's when you know you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. I think we should talk about something quickly.
Yeah.
Humility. Humility is something that is so hard because our pride just wants to just swallow us up and protect us and do all these things to convince us that we don't need to take ownership of things. And I say this from a place of the Lord has been revealing so much pride to me recently in my own self. But humility is the antidote to pride. So the way that we can fight pride is putting on humility. And humility is something that we literally have to put on. We have to, there's a book that we read and they say it's kind of like a coat, like a cloak. You literally put this thing on. And one of the best ways we can put on humility is do things our bodies and our flesh and our minds literally don't want to do for the life of us. So honestly, sometimes the most humble thing we can do is to say hi or try to have an interaction with someone. And even if it's so embarrassing and so awful, honestly, I count it as a win because you just had to put on a ton of humility and you're
Oh, you've been doing really good though.
Okay, ladies, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm really trying to not do it. But yeah, so even if it's awkward, you're putting on humility, which is the best thing we could do.
Because I think to bounce off of that with being more introverted, sometimes being introverted and being more quiet can be a false sense of humility, or people think you're humble because you're maybe more quiet, or you don't talk about yourself, or you're not engaging in conversations in a way, and that can be perceived humility. But oftentimes it's just masked pride, and that is coming out of a place of fear of man, fear of embarrassment, fear of someone viewing you in a negative way or a weird way. And so you can not want to do things sometimes out of just fear. And
because we're probably just trying to protect ourselves.
Yes.
Everything that we're doing comes from a place of self-protection. So you have to give yourself grace in the fact that you're probably maybe not engaging with whatever because you're trying to protect yourself. But we have to come to this point in our journey of life that says, this is no longer something that is helping me become the person that I want to be. And so I think that's something, just growing up naturally, we have to extend ourselves grace. None of us wanted deeply fulfilling, probably, relationships with people naturally.
Yeah.
That didn't quite make sense.
I think,
I think what I'm trying to say is that we have to extend ourselves grace to our old selves, because as we step into the women that we want to be, we realize that we do have such a need and desire for deeply fulfilling relationships. And so that might mean that we'll have to die to pieces of self-protection, or we might have to die to those tendencies so that we can connect well.
No, it's so true. I feel like someone got me this journal and said that they envisioned me drawing in this journal, and I'm not a drawer, but I was like, I'm gonna embrace it and use this as a way to process. And something I was processing through was just this idea of having your heart in a box. So I drew a little heart inside of a box. Cute. And I was like, my heart feels very protected inside of this box. And then it's like opened, and then your heart is a little bit more unprotected. And then all of a sudden your heart is outside of the box and it's really not protected, but then it actually gives space for your heart to like grow and get bigger.
Whoa.
And just like the idea of the only way to have deep connections and deep relationships and fulfilling relationships is to have your heart in a vulnerable place and opened up to be able to receive love and extend love and have love grow, which is a scary thing because it is vulnerable and opens you up to hurt or pain, but
Loss,
it is
grief.
Yes, all the things. It's worth it because your heart kept in that little box is actually only hurting you and hindering you from like a full and deep life, which I would say is more painful than your heart getting broken when it is in like a place of being loved or in a vulnerable state, I guess. And so that's been something I have been trying to envision and just practice and step into when things feel scary or overwhelming, because
that's so good.
It's just worth it.
I have a great example to bounce off of this. Because this weekend we were with our dear friends and they just got a dog, and they were talking about how great it is to have a dog. And if you know anything about me on a personal level, you know how my life has been impacted by my dog Lulu, who passed 3.5 years ago.
Yep.
And what I said to them was something along the lines of, I don't know if I'm ready to open up my heart to a dog again, because the crushing feeling that it was to lose Lulu. But at the same time, if my heart was never crushed, I would have never experienced one of the best, most awesome things of my life, which was my dog. And I had this moment of realizing I'm just being so limiting and bitter, because what happens if I were to get a dog someday and it was just as awesome as Lulu?
Yeah. No, it's so true. Hey, that's a great example. It's so real. I think people will actually be able to relate to that. That's very practical.
It's very practical.
And so,
but it's the same thing with friendship, and it does require risk.
Yeah.
It's risky to get the dog. It's risky to... It might take a while. Wow, we're going to just really play into this analogy. It might take a while for you guys to start to click, and for you guys to start to kind of just flow and have routines and have rhythms together, and you're going to have to get to know each other for a while, and it might not be this instant connection right away, but it's always worth it. And so I think with that being said, when it comes to relationships with women, with girlfriends, it really is the exact same thing. We need to put ourselves out there and realize that this is going to be worth it, and it's going to require even work to potentially find the right friend. And so you gave your examples, your tips. You said go to church. You said go for walks, go to coffee shops.
Yep. My third one then was find local events or things that you enjoy doing. So if you like going to Pilates, or if you like going to farmers markets or yoga or
working out at the
gym,
or eating good food, or playing cards.
Whatever it is, find places where you can enjoy your passions and hobbies, or find groups or clubs or local events that are going on so that you can meet other people that share similar passions or hobbies. And that's a good way, I feel like, in your 20s as well, to get around people that might be similar to you that you would enjoy being with.
That's so good. So obviously we're going to plug our event now.
Yep. That was a segue.
Which I don't know if that was the plan, but that's what we're going to do. And I guess we even are plugging this because we want you guys to just see how much we really do value relationships over all other things. And that's why Meg and I have really just decided that we are going to be people who create events in our community for people to meet each other. And so we've just kind of now have become pretty committed to this idea. And so we're having another AM social Pilates with the girls on August 16th. So if you're in the La Crosse area and you're wanting to meet new women, please come. We are going to try to be even more intentional this time about how we can connect better with the people there and how the people there can connect with each other. Yeah. So that's one of our number one goals.
Yep.
But I think I want to ask one more thing.
Yeah.
And is what happens if there isn't events in your area? Because that also is kind of a thing where some places might, if you're living in a smaller city, there might not be these events for you to go meet people. And this is an urge that I have for you that is extra super scary and difficult. And that would be to go and create something. Which obviously everyone has different gifts. And maybe for some people, you're like, planning a big event sounds super stressful and not your thing. Not everyone needs to be hosting big events, but I think everyone has the opportunity to host and to do something, whether it's as simple as creating a little flyer to put at a local coffee shop for a book club that you're going to do. And even if only a few people show up, and even if nobody shows up, it is so worth you putting your heart out there and putting yourself out there for the potential of a meaningful relationship in your life. And at minimum, I think you are showing to yourself that you are valuing this and you're at least trying.
Yeah.
Which I think sometimes is just what we need even to free ourselves from some of the anxiety of loneliness is doing something, even if it isn't successful or even if it isn't like the home run, it's still worth you doing.
No, that's really good. Good practical advice, but it is scary. And so we encourage you ladies to jump over the hurdles.
Yeah. So with that, let's quick talk about girls' night. Let's go through our recipe that our friends came up with for the perfect girls' night.
Yep.
And you're going to see this on the vlog if you tune into the vlog. Number 1.
Cadence. I forget which word I used in the vlog.
Consistency.
Consistency is number 1. We have found this to be probably one of the most foundational things valuable for girls' night is to have a consistent schedule or plan for it. And I would say 2 ways of doing this. One I think is better than the other, but it's not always practical depending on your job or just season of life, is to pick a day and have that always be the day. So for us, Thursday night is girls' night. And we always have it no matter who can be there or not. Sometimes there's 2 of us, sometimes there's 5 of us, and you just keep showing up. And the consistency of that, I feel like, just helps to actually
build something
and grow deeper connection, because friendships too can take time. And so if you don't have the consistent space to be connecting and to actually be engaged in each other's lives, it again can be hard to feel actually connected.
Yeah. And one of our pro tips to the consistency is we actually sync up. If you have significant others in your life, we actually sync up our nights of the week. So every Thursday night we have girls' night, the boys have boys' night, and we even sync up our date nights. So it's Wednesday nights, we always have a for sure date night where it's like, this is the night we're with our significant others. And that, if you try to do that with your whole friend group, it really allows for just more connection and more relationship because you guys are on a similar schedule, which obviously that's not going to work for work for everyone, but for us it's been a game changer.
Yeah.
So that's number one.
Yeah, and I would say with that too, if it doesn't work, let's say you're a nurse or something and your schedule is constantly changing, the other way to maintain consistency is at the end of every girls' night, put another date on the calendar.
Slay.
Everybody open up your calendar, figure out what day you can meet again, put it on
Yeah.
there and commit to it. And so I know I have a few friendships like that where every week our schedules are different, but you still put something on the calendar and make sure that it continues to happen. Otherwise, weeks go by, months go by, years can go by, and you realize I haven't seen someone I dearly love in a very long time.
That's such a good tip.
So
I think I need to do that one more. But
that's okay.
Yeah.
We're all growing.
Number 2. Have food, snacks, and yummy drinks. Yeah, it's really not that deep, but also I think that it's just key to a good girls' night. This week we balled out. The ladies balled. We said it's the summer and we're going for it. And so we went to this incredible restaurant in La Crosse called Sagra, and we ate, and it was so good.
The best pasta.
It was so good. I was dreaming about the green
I know.
one. Well, they're both really fire though.
Sorry, you rubbing my knee with your thumb.
Was I
so
really
funny.
rubbing? I didn't even notice that. Yeah. Just girly things.
The physical touch friend, and then
I know.
growing. It's funny.
You're doing great, Meg.
I am.
And so yeah, we had pasta. And then and then we went to this place in La Crosse. If you're listening and live in La Crosse, it's called Pizza della Rosa, and they have fresh sorbet, and it's gas. So it was like strawberry and pistachio gas with olive oil and sea salt on top.
It was so
good. It was a very Italian night for us.
It was pasta and gelato.
It was
sorbet.
Phenomenal. So food, but normally for food it's just like an Olipop and whatever we can get our hands on. But food is important. I think food just brings people together.
Yeah.
Don't ever underestimate the power of a meal.
No, that's so good. And I think in that too, it's finding things that you and your friends connect on. And so for us, we are such foodies, and our friends are foodies and love little treats and little drinks and little fun things. And we have just found that it works so well for us to eat together. But for some people that love hiking or biking or other activities, I don't like
hiking.
You can do those things as well.
It's
all about a shared experience.
We could do a nature walk.
I
heard the bugs are bad right now, though.
Yeah, not about that.
Okay, those are 2 tips. Are you ready for the third? Oh, intentional conversations.
Yes.
So we were talking about the importance of connecting with friends, which we were talking about the balance. Like, you better be laughing and you better check in on each other to make sure that you're all doing okay, and be honest and vulnerable with each other. Having people you could be vulnerable with is very important. And not every time you have a girls' night is going to be this emotional dump, nor should it be. But at the same time, you need to create space for when people are going through it to get around them and love on them and pray for them. Yeah. And so I think we do a good job at that.
Yeah.
But you also gotta laugh. If you're not laughing is so important. I'm trying to giggle more, you know what I mean? Like, funny people in my life are welcome. Like, if you're funny and you got the jokes, come on in, come on down. Like, we're trying to giggle more, we're trying to joke more, like, we're trying to be funnier.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was talking about that with our friends the other night. I was like, I'm ready to, Lord, give me some good jokes. And honestly, that night I ripped a few. They were giggling, and I was like, I don't think that came from me. I think that was from the Lord, because that was funny.
So funny. It's so true. There is like healing power in laughter and smiling. So
if you haven't smiled today, I'm gonna give you permission to go scroll some funny videos. Honestly, scrolling ain't good for you, but if it's gonna make you laugh for 10 minutes,
set a timer
and get the giggles going, girls.
No, that's
go
so
get
good.
Giggly.
Because I think the part about being intentional in your conversations is usually the missing piece when people don't feel connected when they're with people.
True.
Because it's so easy to just stay surface level or to not open up or to share what's actually going on. And if that's where you stay, you can so easily leave a night and feel so disconnected. And
that's not the goal.
That is also a terrible feeling, is feeling lonely with people.
I have something that have learned and I've had to implement into my life. So I don't know if you're anything like me, but I'm the type of person that for some reason I feel like I have this protective mechanism to not share how I'm actually doing and how I'm actually feeling until somebody asks me. Now, with that being said, I have grown, and now I feel the courage and the safety with my people to bring up things before they ask me. But if you're just waiting around for somebody to ask how you're doing and you're never able to okay, I know I can't be the only person who does that. And I've realized that in the past in relationships, I can sometimes get to an unhealthy space because I'm not sharing with them how I'm doing. But that's kind of on me mostly to take the authority. It's 100% on me to take the authority to put my heart out there and to share.
Yeah.
And then you can have a conversation with whoever it is of like, hey, like, I feel loved when you ask me weekly, how am I doing?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
But don't wait for someone to ask you. I've done that so many times and I've grown bitter over people not asking me how I'm doing. And I'm like, that's actually on me, you guys.
No, it's good. It's true. Because it can, on the other side of it, a friend might just not know that there is something more to press into or ask about. But I would say if you're on the receiving end of that, where someone starts to open up or does share, says, hey, I would feel loved if you checked in weekly about this thing, or just gave me the general question of how you're doing. If that isn't something that comes natural to you or you forget, actually figure out ways to do that, whether it's putting it in your calendar, setting an alarm on your phone,
something in your calendar,
or even like this might seem a little robotic, but sometimes it's necessary and still allows for continued conversation. You can set an automatic text message that goes out like once a month or once a week that's like, hey, how you doing? Just want to check in. If it's a long distance friend or something like that, to just keep conversation going. And so just find ways to actually make sure you're continuing to show up, because it takes vulnerability for your friend to open up to you and to share something and to ask for your support, and then it's on you to make sure you're showing up well in it.
And I think women, I don't want to get too down this bunny trail, but I do think women by nature can have this expectation, especially because we're more the emotional being. We have this expectation that, oh, this person is just going to be thinking of this, or it's just going to come to mind, so on and so forth. But I think, like you said, there is nothing wrong with disciplining yourself in order to connect. So I hope that made sense. But I think in general, you can't necessarily have the expectation that people are going to be thinking about you all the time. And we have some really incredibly compassionate and empathetic people out there who are thinking of those connection points. But if that's not you, it's okay to implement something that is going to still allow for connection. So that was number 3. Number 4. Okay, this one is the most important one. And it's the most important one because if you don't have this, everything's going to get ruined on girls' night.
It's true.
Everything's going to go to garbage.
It'll be destroyed.
So I really encourage you to listen up, ladies, because this is the best one there is. The 4th piece of advice is that no boys are allowed at girls' night. They're not allowed. Why? Because there's a night for the boys and there's a night for the girls. And on girls' night, we only ball with the girls. Ooh. Yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, if you don't have devoted time to just the girls, you're missing out, because sisterhood is the most beautiful, magical thing. I literally love girlhood so much. The butterflies, they just are so much happier, and their life is just so much happier on girls' night. Like, I don't know, there's such a joy. Like, our guys are great. I love men, but girls are so awesome.
And I think I want to speak to a second to the girl who maybe isn't the most like girl's girl, or doesn't even always want to show up. Because that also happens with girls' nights, especially when there's a consistency. Sometimes you don't want to show up. Sometimes you think, I'd rather be home by myself tonight. But just want to encourage you to actually...
I'd rather not be with these fools.
Yeah. It's
It's real.
sometimes it happens, and would just encourage you to actually keep showing up and to try to discipline yourself to show up even when you don't want to, because maybe even that night it's not going to be for you and you might not need it, but the other girls might need you and might need you there to support them and encourage them or whatever it may be. And so sometimes girls' night isn't even for us,
Boom, preach.
but it's
So
good.
I love that you brought that up. So that's basically why we think girl nights are important. So why don't you go ahead and go on over to our YouTube and you check out our little girls night vlog and you let us know how you like it, because we've never done anything like it before. But the reason why we want to even share vlogs is because we want to honestly just inspire you.
Yeah.
Where it's not for us to show how great life is or give a false sense of reality on something. But we genuinely hope that by you seeing us live our life out in our 20s, that it encourages you and inspires you to do the same. So that is why we're going to start doing more vlogs, is because we want to give you some visuals of what this practically looks like in our day-to-day. So
That's really good.
So go ahead and go over to the vlog and give us a little love, or show us some comments about what you think is good or what's not good.
Yeah, we'll take any feedback.
Yeah, if you don't know this already, there's only a few hundred of you that listen, and so you guys are really important people to us. And at this stage in the game, we want any and all of your feedback. So you guys are just, you're believers in us, and it means so much that you're even listening to this podcast. So if you have a suggestion for the box, just slide into the DMs.
No, it's good.
All right.
I think that wraps it up for today.
Wraps up our episode. Is this getting posted this week?
Yep.
Okay. Well, with that being said, ladies, blessings and peace to you, and go plan a girls' night. And that is all.
We love you.
We're going to leave now.
Bye.
Bye.